going through the lane.
He does, and you can see it on both ends of the ball with more energy. He's always been a sturdy player. It's
yes.
one of the reasons he plays 82 games or 80-plus games most seasons. He is, this year, realizing the best James Harden destiny on both sides of the ball. The best version of himself is who he's been this season.
You learned that.
Moving on to Wizards and Raptors. Kelly Oubre goes baseline, flushes it home. Oubre puts Jakob Poeltl on a poster.
Now, Oubre, he's always had some hop since he came into the league.
Man, so how about this? So I watched Kelly Oubre as a senior in high school. He played in the same district as my son. My son was a freshman. He was a senior. He was a dominant high school player, as you would imagine, before he went to the University of Kansas, dunking from all over the court.
And also one of the few guys, Nick, that I believe could play in the NFL.
Oubre.
He's got the body and the attitude.
Oh, interesting.
Jazz, Thunder, and that guy right there, Russell Westbrook, splitting defenders, finishing strong. He had 45 points to keep the Thunder alive in this series, although it looked like he ran away.
He could play in the NFL too, see. Russ, safety, coming down at you. Come on, give it to him.
If he does play safety, the cornerback, if they get beat, he ain't going to help him. You're on your own. Russ is on his own.
Finally, Pacers, Cavs, tied game, 3 seconds left. LeBron James nailed the winner at the buzzer. Nick, did you see that? You saw this, right? You probably caught it.
Yeah, I caught it. Yeah, I did happen to see it. That moves him past Michael Jordan for playoff buzzer beaters, playoff game winners, playoff shots within the final 24 seconds, all of them, basically. Just saying.
It was an amazing shot. You talking about clutch? That's right there. That's what you call clutch.
You guys want to play Take Your Pick?
I do.
All right, let's play. Browns are reportedly down to Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen for the #1 pick. So who's the better option for Cleveland, Baker or Allen? Chris Carter, take your pick.
I'm going with Baker Mayfield. I've been high on Baker Mayfield since the regular season. I love how efficient he was in college. Huge touchdown to interception ratio. I believe that transfers over. I believe he is not a system quarterback because you have to change what you're doing because he can make all the variants of throws anywhere on the field, and he's a better athlete than people anticipate. I'm going with Baker Mayfield, #1.
I might take an actual, literal, professional Baker over Josh Allen at #1, so I'm definitely taking your Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. Listen, the height thing's a concern, but his production is unquestionable, and it seems like football people, man, they love his leadership, the Pied Piper nature of him. I don't have nearly as many questions about him as I do Josh Allen, so Baker Mayfield, no doubt.
That was very funny.
Thank you, Jen Wolf. Appreciate that.
All right, on to the Giants, who hold the #2 overall pick. There's been much debate about which direction the Giants should go in. They could go after Eli's replacement, or they could go with Saquon Barkley, or they could go with Bradley Chubb. So should the Giants go with a quarterback or another position? Nick, take your pick.
If they're staying at 2, I think the only way to get the good value at 2 is to take a quarterback. I think the Giants would like to trade down, but if you're staying at #2, I think either it's Darnold or Rosen right there, depending on who's available. I think they're going to trade down, but if they stay there, I think it's a quarterback.
The Giants, given the history of their general manager, I think they go with the non-quarterback, and I think it's Bradley Chubb. They believe in going with big people. That's the way they're going to develop this team, and they've already told us that they believe Eli has a couple years left. So why put that pressure on trying to accelerate that quarterback into playing right now? Non-quarterback for the G-men.
All right, last night, LeBron and Russ both had performances we will remember for a very long time. Russ scored 45, LeBron scored 44. Who had the better game? I wonder what you're going to say, Nick, but take your pick anyway.
Listen, this is my 2 favorite players in the league. Russ was extraordinary, but Russ didn't have a game-saving block on one end and a game-winning jump shot on the other with his team on the brink the way LeBron did. To me, it's LeBron. 44 points in addition to filling up, leading team in rebounds and assists and steals as he always does. The answer for me is LeBron.
I'm going with Russ, and the reason why was because this was it for them. This is the last hope. Paul George already got his bags packed, already headed to the Lakers or somewhere else. If they don't come up with this third quarter, it is curtains. So the clutch factor in what Russ had to do, a 25-point deficit. LeBron, if he don't make that shot, the Cavs still got a chance. You know, the game goes into overtime. They're still in the series.
Even if they lose, the series is.
Yeah, what Russ had to go through. I got to go with Russ on this, even though he took 39 shots to get it done.
LeBron a little more efficient, just a little bit.
All right, last we have the King and his airness. LeBron's game winner last night has been compared to Michael Jordan's famous shot over Craig Elo. Who had the better shot, LeBron or MJ? CC, take your pick.
LeBron had the harder shot. I remember the Jordan shot over Craig Elo being from Ohio and sticking the dagger to the calf. But LeBron, what he did last night from distance, that's a harder shot to make. Michael Jordan, if he elevated on you at the free throw line, like he got all day to build, wag his tongue, click his heels. So I think LeBron's shot was a little tougher shot, even though Jordan had to hesitate a little bit.
There are some eerie similarities. Both Game 5, the Eastern Conference playoffs, first round. Both of these shots take place in Cleveland. Both of these shots were the players' 44th points of the game. Both Jordan and LeBron finished the games with 44. Jordan's, however, came over 6'4", 190, Craig Elo. LeBron's came over 6'9", 230, Thad Young. LeBron's was from about 7 feet further back. LeBron's was the better shot. LeBron's maybe not the more iconic shot, but the better shot. What?
Yeah, there actually wasn't anybody on him.
What do you mean there wasn't anybody?
I mean, he was in the frame, but he was shooting that by himself.
Oh, LeBron? Oh, yeah, because he dusted Thad Young, but Thad's there. I mean,
how is Thad? What's his numbers?
What? Oh, 6'9", 235.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. Craig Elo, man. Come on.
Coming up.
Craig Elo be sitting in the studio. We don't know it.
Enough LeBron-Jordan comparisons for like 5 seconds.
Right.
How about a LeBron-Russell Crowe comparison? Next on First Things First.
From the insider?
No one agrees on the best. Everyone agrees on the two best. One's a miracle of human genetics. One's a god. One controls the game. One finishes it. King Kong versus Godzilla. Does it matter who wins?
You got a truck for a reason, remember? So get some Firestone tires and go do 60,000 miles of truck stuff.
Who's hungry?
Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.